when clearly division game, Monday Night Football. How excited is it when the lights are on and they're shining the brightest?
Anytime we get to play this game, it's always exciting, especially when the whole world watching. I can't wait till Monday night. It's going to be very exciting.
Derwin, right now, Russell is everyone around, not here, but around the league is wondering if he lost it. Is he old? He can't run anymore. Does that make it more dangerous? Like he's got like a week and a half to hear how terrible he is.
Yeah, it definitely makes it more dangerous because as a player and as a competitor, if you're constantly hearing people telling you how bad you're doing something or you're not playing at a certain level, as a competitor, as a person, you're going to want to get it fixed and you're going to want to change people's opinions. So, I definitely feel like he got a fire up under him.
What about you've seen from their offense? I don't know how much you've studied yet, but I mean they haven't been what people thought they were.
I say, man, you can look at it one or two ways. I look at it as they've been driving the field on a lot of teams. Whether it's fumbling the ball or throwing an interception, they've had a lot of chances in the red zone, and I've seen that on film. So, they can easily be sent at a different record. A few plays here and there, but we got to just come out ready to play because Russ, at the end of the day, still can play at a high level. We all know that.
After 14 tackles on Sunday, did the body feel a little?
I'm ready to go. That's part of my job. I got whether it's go make 14 tackles or 4 pass breakups. Whatever it takes to win. I got to be ready for that.
Courtland Sutton is one of the top NFL receivers. What have you seen from him on film as well?
Physical receiver. He's their engine over there when it comes to the receiver group. They're alpha. Big body on the outside. Got a lot of size, catch the 9-ball, catch slant, so we got to be ready for him.
Melvin Gordon obviously is now the featured back with Javonte Williams out. Just how tough is it to slow down a guy like Melvin?
Oh, we know Melvin. Melvin was a teammate 2018 when we had a lot of success here. And I just know Melvin, he's going to come out and run hard. He may have had a couple fumbles here and there, but like you say, when you hear a lot of people saying how bad you've been playing, you're going to want to get that fixed. So, I know he'll be ready to play.
How is JC doing? I know Coach Staley after the game said he needs to be better. He's had some moments. How's he doing?
Oh, mentally, I feel like he's still getting better, and each week, I feel like he's growing, and he's going to keep improving, and then eventually he's going to play how we know he can play. But no one is turning away from him. We all know what type of player JC is, and he continues to get better every day.
What do you think's happening with him right now, just in terms of his play?
You say what's happening?
Yeah.
I just think we just got to get out there and communicate and finish and make sure we're finishing all our plays out there and playing the way we need to play.
For a DB with any sort of ankle injury or even surgery, does that even get right during a season, or is that just something you deal with?
It's tough because you're constantly stopping and playing on that thing. As a DB, our feet is mostly feet and hips is really the main two things. And when you're constantly playing, you can't push off it how you want to. So I'm pretty sure it's a different adjustment for him. And like I say, he's working through it, and he's not a guy to make excuses. So he's going to keep getting better from it, and I know he's going to want to play how he want to play.
Did you watch Monday night's game?
Yeah, I did.
Do you think there's been suggestions of getting an eye in the sky involved on roughing the passer and all that? Just as a defensive guy, what do you think?
I definitely don't agree with some of the calls we've been seeing recently, and I feel like it's affecting some of the games, and I feel like we got to just do better, honestly.
When you go to sack a quarterback, because you've had a couple this year, do you change your approach and how you're going after them, or watch the weight and all that?
You have to, because if you don't, it's coming back and it won't count. So, you're constantly just trying to play within the rules, whatever the rules are, just play within it, and got to eventually go for the ball.
As a player and a fan of the game, what is it like when you watching that game on Monday night and seeing something? What is going through your mind? Is like when you see like that's clearly just a sack strip fumble. When you going irate? What's going through your mind when you watch something like that?
Man, I know as a defense, it can be very frustrating because you're working hard to get there, and you finally get there and get the ball out, and then it's just flag. It's never good when you see that, but you got to play within the rules. That's the rules right now, and we got to just find a way to adjust as a defense.
Doing 5 games into the season, how valuable has it been to add a guy like Bryce Callahan into the DB group?
Man, I think he leads us in picks right now, so we got to catch Bryce right now. He's been doing great, making plays on the ball, leader, talking out there, so it's helping us.
He just said hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he got the most picks right now.
Also, I mean that second contract, sets families up for life.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a large sum of money, right? So that puts as far as the capital side, helped out tremendously, absolutely. But really, even more than capital, what's more important is the actual drive and the actual understanding of the path of how to go into actually getting to that, to start getting connections, to start building your knowledge. And then just building your interest and actually the things you're participating in is even more important than the money, because money comes from that, but to even get into that space, you have to actually put the effort in first. So yeah, absolutely. To say that wasn't a big part of it would be an understatement. That was definitely a big part of it, but it kind of helped me. It boosted basically what I was trying to do coming out of college.
Did anything change for you after those first 3 games? Now you've had back-to-back.
No, nothing has changed.
Can you feel it in practice? Like you're gonna have a big game, or like warming up on Sunday? Like when
No.
does it click for you?
I think it's just we've been playing a little bit now, and so we've been playing together. Because you got to remember, we didn't play in preseason games, so we never really had any live reps. These are our first live reps that we've had. So now we've gotten a little flow going. We kind of pretty much know our team now, what our strengths are, where our weaknesses are. Might not necessarily say weaknesses, but like what's working for us. And so we just tend to stick in with those. And it depends on who we're playing on defense as well, what they have as strengths. So it's just getting our rhythm and flow. And so for me, I think I've had a few years now. I think there was a couple years even where I even started slower, but then even just got more into rhythm running the ball. But I think that's just because your team has had some games under their belt.
How much has like the different combinations of offensive line impacted you, and what have you seen for them the past 2 games?
Yeah, it impacts our game plan, just because there's a little bit more uncertainty with some newer guys that are coming in. But Jamari, he's come in and held his own, and so it's like now you start to gain more trust in him. You start to let him be on an island a little bit more, just like Rashawn used to be. You kind of just forget about that side. He's good. Doesn't need a chip or anything like that. Not saying that Rashawn doesn't need a chip, because there's some great rushers out there. Like, we're going to put Butches in. We're going to help our guys how we can and with the scheme and give them different looks. But, yeah, there's some uncertainty. So you try to kind of protect yourself from putting the stress of a play in that specific spot until that player, whoever it is, is gaining more trust by showing that they can actually handle that role, right? And then you continue just to build and build on top of that.
When you're in a game though, like the first quarter against the Browns, and like can you feel a difference? Like things are clicking for you versus maybe if.
I mean, you know if things are going well or not. I mean, that's pretty evident. But as far as like the click, no, not really. I mean, really every drive has a life of its own, right? It's like, okay, we're going back on the field. Here we go again. Like let's begin again. So it's not like really like a clicking feeling until I guess after the game. No. It's just like coming into work, or for something that we can all relate to. It's like, do you know if you're gonna have a good day or not? I don't know, but I'm gonna try to put my best foot forward and hopefully do that, right?
I know when I'm gonna have a bad day.
You know when you're gonna have a bad day? You might. There might be some foreshadowing because of some other factors, but for the most part, you don't know what's gonna happen, but you're gonna try to do your best. It's the same thing for us.
Excited for these matchups going up against Melvin?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always going against every running back, but Melvin's my guy, man. He led the path for me here, showed me the ropes, so I'll forever, have respect for that guy. I remember being a young pup, seeing him talk to people in interviews, things like that, and just having us bounce, ideas off each other and us playing together and being that duo and that tandem in the backfield was really special. And so always, like I said, I always have respect for him. As long as I live, he'll be a part of my first 3 years of my career.
You feel like it's getting closer to that 2-back, kind of like what you guys had? Because it seems like your 3 years as a lead back, it's been...
Last game, JK was doing his thing. So shout out to him doing that. We gotta continue to do it though, right? It's a thing that doesn't just like one game. There was a running back that did well, or we both did well. Like we got to come out and do it week in, week out. It's like, yeah, these are the guys, right? I want it to be predominant. So still looking for that every single week, but until we can get a couple games in it, I won't say that. Yeah, that might have been a one-time thing. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay,
I'm
thanks.
excited to play Monday Night Football, first primetime game at SoFi for the season.
Anytime you get a primetime game, man, it's another opportunity to show the world what you got. It's another opportunity to get so much exposure because everyone's watching that one game, right? Just like I was watching the Thursday night game last night. Like there's just a big spotlight on their back. And so I remember last year during prime time, like I had some pretty big games during prime time, and I remember my following just jumping up. So there's so much benefit from it besides just the actual winning of the game. So definitely looking forward to it.
It seems like Monday's been pretty special for you, like going for your third game with over 120 yards, scrimmage yards. So what is it? Is it just the energy, adrenaline, all that combined
I don't
about
know.
Mondays?
Maybe because I'm a night person, and so it's like maybe I'm a little bit more awake at night. Like real talk, I don't even know. But for whatever, I just love playing at night games. If you want to see more content like this, check out the link right here.